Deborah Mandel is a psychologist who specializes in relationship issues. John, let me start with you. Did any of Hillary's decision to stay with her husband have to do with political calculation?
I don't think, Glenn, you can separate the political from the personal when it comes to the Clinton marriage. Politics has always been at the center of their marriage. Look back from the times even before they were married in the early 70s, they were drawn to each other because they saw these two great political talents. And so when Hillary Clinton looks at Bill Clinton and sees the things she admires, it's his political talent and vice versa. So politics and personal all mixed together.
So do you think this is kind of a business relationship?
No, I think it is much more than a business relationship, and many times I've had people roll their eyes on this if they think that Hillary Clinton is only with Bill Clinton for opportunistic reasons. I think it's much more than that. I think they have an authentic, I apologize for using this corny word, but I think they have an authentic romance. But I also think their professional ambitions are very much a part of that romance, part of what draws them together.
Okay, so Dr. Mandel, help me on this, because I really, truly don't understand how women are assigning strength to Hillary Clinton for sitting through serial infidelities. How is that strength?
Contrary to popular belief, it actually is a great strength for a woman to be able to work through infidelity with her spouse. I mean, it happens all the time. I work with a lot of couples.
Over and over and over again. If you don't have trust in the relationship, what exactly do you have?
Well, that's true. Now, I think, and this is just from an outside position because I haven't had them in my office as a couple, and if I had, I wouldn't be able to talk about them for confidentiality reasons. But, you know, Bill, I think he's got some elements of sex addiction, and I think that's probably what he was struggling with. And if Hillary was able to understand what that means and not personalize that, and he was able to take some ownership of that and work through that with her, then actually there was a lot of dimensions that were going on that most people don't understand about sex.
Are you telling me, because I know how my wife would answer this, and I know how all of my wife's friends would answer this, if I were being serial cheater on my wife, I couldn't find 6 out of the 10 friends that she has that would say, oh, stay with him, it would show strength. They'd say, beat it, he's a dirtbag.
Yes, and you know, I think that's most people's initial response, and that's what they would say until they're in that position. And as John was pointing out, you know, they have a lot more to their relationship, most likely, than just to climb the political ladder. That they probably do have an incredible bond, a lot of strength between the two of them. They probably feel better together as a couple than they could imagine being separate, and they probably have a very good best friendship. And those are reasons that people might be willing to work through those things that we would usually say, oh no, that's a hard line, non-negotiable.
John, you've spent a lot of time with the Clintons.
Yes, I have.
King size bed or Lucy and Desi beds?
You know, a lot of times they are not in that bed together very often.
What a surprise!
They have very separate lives.
Who would have seen that coming?
He is constantly traveling around the world. She is down here much of the time. You know, I must say, I'm not dodging the question. I have been in the Clinton bedroom once on a personal tour that Bill Clinton gave me of his Chappaqua house. It is indeed a king size bed.
That's shocking to me. Do you think she knew? Did she know before, when she got on television and said it's a vast right-wing conspiracy, did she know?
You know, I think what she has is this ability, this discipline, almost to will herself to believe. Obviously, that time in 1998, January 1998, when the Lewinsky scandal broke, anybody who was reading the papers could tell that obviously something had happened. This was not just a normal relationship between a president and an intern. I believe she, through force of will, committed herself to a different story.
So how is that, doctor, how is that possibly healthy for you? I mean, I just can't get past the fact that people are saying, is there no line in relationships that that somebody would come into your office and you'd say, woman, what the hell are you thinking?
You know, healthy is such a relative term, and that's a great question, because I think a lot of people will be listening right here and would be agreeing with you. You know, how could that be possibly considered a healthy relationship? And for many people, it wouldn't be. But I think that we have to consider what people's priorities are in a relationship. For instance, for me, I don't think I could survive in a relationship where somebody had been unfaithful, because that is such a high priority for me to have that kind of sexual, romantic intimacy with a partner. But relationships are very complicated, and I've learned to be a lot less judgmental over the years because...
Doctor, I have to tell you, I think this is the biggest bunch of bullcrap I've ever heard. Marriage
that's
means...
okay. You can have your opinion.
No, I'm sorry. It's a little more than opinion. Marriage is marriage. You have nothing if you don't have trust for each other. And I'm sorry, but right and wrong is right and wrong. It's not. Everything's not relative now.
Yes, but you see, now, once these serial infidelities had come out, and once they're on the table, now I would agree with you wholeheartedly if, you know what, next year she finds out he's been, after all this and all of it's come out, if he's still having affairs, if she doesn't leave him then, I'd say that she's got some serious self-esteem issues.
Okay, so after the 12th time, that's the line.
Well, no, it's because they all kind of had a series where they all came out at once. It's not like he was busted each time repeatedly and he kept going back.
Right. Deborah, okay, we got to run. Thank you very much. John, thank you as well.